Hello, I'm Zanorti and today we're going to talk about light. We have a lot of stationary halogen light, but many moments we need to carry them somewhere and they're too heavy and too bulky, and especially if you don't have a car, it's a real pain. So at some moment we got this small LED lightsaber, but unfortunately it's not strong enough, and even though it has batteries, it doesn't really help. So we continued looking for other options, and we got this set of Dazzne D45C with two LED panels. The first and the most important feature, they are really compact and easy to carry around. Each of them comes with a bag, which is really helpful. One light weighs about 2 kilograms, which is just about a ordinary camera kit, and it feels much more safer not to carry a light bulb around. To power it, I use a DC adapter, which is included in the kit, but I'm also planning to get some Sony NP-F batteries to power it like anywhere. This is Zanorti from the future. We got those Sony batteries and it's a game changer. 2 hours of light at 5 degrees Celsius with just a pair of 4000 mAh cells. And the output is just as bright as on DC power, even on nearly discharged batteries. So with 600 LED lights on this panel, it's more than enough light, and when it's too much light, this one is something like 70% now. So dimmer really helps. As the panel is B color, it means that it has 300 warm LEDs and 300 cold LEDs. So you can set your color temperature all the way from 3000 kelvins up to 8000 kelvins. The really cool thing that instead of adding a noisy fan, which would you probably hear on your sound recording, they just made a really good radiator on the back side, which doesn't really get hot but gets rid of all your heat. So even after an hour working at full power, it's still not that hot and doesn't really get worse. Okay, so let's have a look what do we have inside this package. That's the carrying case, which has no branding on any side. Nice handles. Okay, so this is the power adapter, and I have this diffusion plate. It does help to get a more diffused light, but it's not the only one. And the light itself, it has another diffusion plate which is held in place by those clamps. This is how it looks without it. So as I mentioned, 600 LEDs and this nice C-clamp. It's all metal, as you can hear. So it's all, and on the back side we have the so on the back side, this is the heat diffusion part, radiator. We have a small LED, space for two Sony batteries. You can see the sizes. And okay, so the switch has option to go from the power adapter or the battery, and here we have a few buttons. So this one is for group for radio controls. This is for radio control channel. This one allows to change the lighting in 25% increments. This is the general control bulb. So let me turn it on and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so I connected the power adapter, and now we can turn it on to work from the power adapter. We can see we have an indication that it's DC power. I think for the battery we should also have the percent. It's over here. So here is the power output, so we can see it's getting more and more, up to 100%. And we can also change the light temperature. So this is the yellow one. And all the way to 800. That's how it looks. So if we change the group, I will change to the settings which are set for this group at this moment. So this button, which looks like a remote, actually makes it work like a remote. So it's on channel 1 now. I'll turn on remote control, and that will be, you can see the light is changing because I'm controlling the other one. At this moment I'm not controlling this one, so it's only working as a remote. So I'll set it back to 5600 and something like 60%. Okay, I turn off the remote control and it goes back to the way it was and the group it was. So you don't need the remote control all the time, you can just use one of the lights. But the remote control is also possible. I've got this controller here, so it's now on the B group, and as you can see it's turning the light off, and it's also going to control the temperature all the way to this nice. So with all these features and nice, well thought out things, there couldn't be something which is not that good. And for me it's the inability to turn the lights completely off, like set them to 0%, which could be really helpful, especially if you're using remote and at some moment you just want to turn it off. Because 1% it's still a little bit too much. And while getting the kit ready for myself, I failed in one thing. I was looking for the remote and I found this branded Dazzne remote, which kind of works, but it has this weird thing that it's only capable of setting the temperature from 3200 to 5600 kelvins, but not up to all 8800. That's because the remote is designed for other lights which are not capable of those temperatures, and hopefully there will be another remote or I don't know, another firmware which would really help me with that. But it's not a really loss, but could be better. As a short summary, it's a really good set of lights and the price is also fine. It would be enough if you were shooting in a studio or outside. Unless you're doing a Hollywood blockbuster, that should be perfectly fine for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Ciao.